is all your fault. Why are you dawdling? How is this my fault? The court will now hear the testimony of Ira Shipley. Oh god, is this actually gonna go anywhere? Oh dear. How Orla was manipulated. Right, yeah, Okay. Interesting. What the hell? Alright, that was useful. Huh. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Do you seriously intend to cross-examine this orca? Well, she is a key witness for the defense, after all, sir. It's like the things I let you do. Every time you come to my courtroom, you open my eyes to a new way of thinking. It appears this will be another one of those times. Yep. Yes! He's given me the go-ahead. Oh, wow. I'd now like to put the witness and Mr. Rhymes together to see how he manipulated the orca. Hopefully, all will have some kind of reaction. Pardon me. Fine by me, but not all happen, I tell you. God, I can't stop hiccuping. Mr. Rhymes was right. Nothing happened. I guess I shouldn't have expected it to be easy. How did he manipulate her? Right, Dono. I hope you realise that if you can't prove how Rhymes manipulated the orca with this cross-exam, your defendant will be declared guilty immediately. Uh-oh! Yes, I realise that. This is my last chance. Last chance, last dance. I have to figure out how Rhymes commanded Orla to do her tricks. Please begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Hell yeah! It's time to press everything. Will that yield any useful information? Who knows? Thankfully, her statements are pretty damn short, you know? Miss Shipley, I'm afraid... Oh my god, they had too much fun with this. I'm afraid Fweet is not going to get us anywhere. This is your plan of action? If you are incapable of interpreting orca speech, this entire exercise is folly. You leave the interpretation of Orla's heart to me. Alright, girl. What you gotta say? Let me hear it. Oh, wow. She also doesn't understand. Oh, Orla, you're so cute! Right, Dono. Surely you don't intend to continue this farce. Oh, I do. Miss Shipley, please continue with your testimony. Oh my. I love this too much. It's too precious. Could you interpret that for the court, Miss Cykes? Whoa. I'm getting a strong reading of happiness. Maybe she thinks she's doing a show. I demand serious witness testimony. This is no time for fun and games. If you continue this mockery, I will subject you to 40 lashes with a wet fish. Not a wet noodle? That just sounds fishy. Hey, speaking from experience, anything is better than 40 lashes from a whip. Hey, Von Karma reference! Nice. The defense will please caution its witness to conduct herself with propriety. I don't know what that said actually. Hang on, I want to read. Propriety. Whatever the fuck that means. Press! Instead of impersonating a one orca band, could you show us the lifesaver trick? I guess Orla won't do what you want unless you give her the proper signal. Doesn't Orla sing beautifully? Her singing voice is much more melodic and clear. Meh, neither one should quit their day job. Please continue your testimony, Miss Shipley. So it tells me this ain't going anywhere. Fweet. There we go. Miss Shipley seems to want to communicate something. Sweet. Perhaps she's hungry? Miss Faye, could you give Miss Shipley a snack? Certainly. One moment. What a heartwarming scene. It reminds me of my granddaughter with her pet. Wow, your granddaughter must have a pretty large pet. Stop all this pet prattle and get on with the cross-examination. But she's such an adorable creature. I never get tired of looking at her.
Silence.
Oh wow, he's pissed. I, on the other hand, have had more than my fill of this tomfoolery. Enough is enough. I think he's got a point. Alright, Ultimate Skyhawk. You have a great day too, and thanks for stopping by. Much appreciated. It sounds like Prosecutor Blackwell is about to blow his top. What should I do? Should I continue the cross-examination? No, stop. Nothing comes of this. I'm done playing games. I will now explain how Ola was manipulated by Mr. Rhymes. In order to respond to a command, Ola needs to hear the sound of a whistle. But Mr. Rhymes isn't a trainer. I doubt he'd know how to give the signals himself. So that means he must have had help. So how did Mr. Rhymes issue commands to Ola? Quite obvious. The phone. Oop. It even says, Summer's boyfriend has videos of her using a whistle to make the orca do tricks. Boom. Sacha told me an interesting story about Miss Summers. Zora used to send her boyfriend videos of herself teaching the orca tricks. He used to help Zora take the videos on her TV phone. Most likely, Mr. Rhymes still has these videos of Miss Summers. Miss Faye, could I ask for your help? Of course, Mr. Nick. What is it? You're using Mr. Rhymes' TV phone, correct? I'd like you to examine it for me. Please look for videos of Azora Summers issuing whistle commands to Ola. Videos? I'm not too sure how to do that, but I'll give it a try. My apologies to Marlon. Right, Dono? What are you up to? Oh, you'll find out. You'll see in a moment, if Foles can find those videos for me. Mr. Nick, I found them. I found some videos like you described. You did? Thank you, Miss Faye. Just as I suspected. How did Marlon Rhymes get Ola to do those tricks? I will now show you. With Mr. Rhymes' cell phone. His cell phone? Are you implying he used an app? Miss Faye, see if you can issue Ola a command. Me? Can I do such a thing? You might be able to if you play a video with a whistle signal in it. There's a video of the lifesaver trick, please play that. Before you do though, please put the practice dummy in the pool. Oh, I see. They don't need the whistle if they have the video. Yeah, because the sound from the whistle would come through the video. Oh, practice dummy? Alright. In it goes! There, it sank to the bottom. Now I'll play a video. Ola is diving down, heading straight for the dummy. What a smart girl you are, Ola. There you go. The lifesaver trick was a complete success, Mr. Nick. Thank you, Miss Faye. Hey, X-Car. How's it going? You're a big help. Now I have proof. Unbelievable. You actually pulled it off. That was the lifesaver trick we saw yesterday. Is Miss Faye an orca trainer now? Not quite. No, Your Honor. I'll explain after we try one more trick. Now let's see if we can command Ola to do the singing trick. Miss Faye, if there's a video of the singing trick, please play that. Certainly. Let's see. Is it this video? Well, there you go. What is this game? It's Ace Attorney! It's basically a visual novel adventure hybrid, kind of. Essentially, the premise of the game is uncovering the murder, or murderers, of certain crimes and defending your clients, who have usually been falsely accused. Essentially. Oh my, isn't she wonderful? That was the Swashbuckler Spectacular song. And this is probably one of the more bizarre cases, because our client was an orca. And we're cross-examining an orca. It's great. What a lovely singing voice. It wasn't bad. By the way, how did Miss Faye give the orca those commands? Videos! Marlon Rhymes has something on his phone that his girlfriend, Azora Summers, sent him. They're videos of Miss Summers issuing commands to Orla with a whistle. If they have Orla listen to the sounds of the signals, anyone at all could command Orla. Oh my, anyone at all? Yes, I believe so, Your Honor. All they would have to do is play these videos. Mr. Wright, please submit those videos as evidence. I'm getting the sneaking suspicion the judge just wants to try it out for himself. Probably. Miss Faye, could you send those videos to the TV phone here? Alright, certainly. God, what a big help she is. Got him! Alright, I'll try playing one. Cutscene? Cutscene. Whoa! Aw. Aw. So this is what... Oh, so this was a training session a year ago, huh? But wait a minute. There's something about that song that bothers me. That was the... Yeah, it just dawned on me. That was the song that DePlume mentioned. If the orca can be commanded using videos on a cell phone, then that means that Marlon Rhymes could have manipulated the creature. Uh-oh. He's been found out. Mr. Rhymes, you can't talk your way out of it now.
Silence.
Oh. I have to commend you. That was very good proof. I concede Marlon Rhymes could have manipulated the orca. But isn't it true that the defendant could have done it as well? All she would have to do is use the whistle she knows how to use so well. And she wouldn't have had to use those videos. Surely you admit it's a possibility. She could have easily had Norma DePlume witness the singing and the lifesaver trick. So he's trying to argue it was equally possible for Sasha as it was for Rhymes, is he? But is that true? Let me think about that for a minute. That's right. Those weren't just simple cries, it was singing. As I approached the pool, the killer whale suddenly started singing. Kept headbutting while it sang the Swashbuckler Spectacular song. The culprit made sure Mr. Plume heard the song and saw the lifesaver trick. Could Sasha have shown these two tricks to the witness? No. It's only possible for Orla can only do one trick at a time. No, I don't think Miss Buckler could have created the same conditions as the culprit. You challenge me to a battle? I hope your sword is sharpened. Let me see those sword skills of yours. Don't you worry, my sword is drawn and ready. My sword is evidence that the two tricks couldn't have been shown at the same time. Orla performs one trick per signal. She can't do two at a time. Perfect. Easy! Mr. Plume said in her testimony that she witnessed these two tricks at the same time. However, that fact is inconsistent with how Orla performs tricks. How Orla performs tricks? What are you talking about? Orla can't perform two tricks at once. She performs only one trick per whistle signal. Oops. That's how she's been trained. In other words, it would be just like with a dog. If you tell him to both sit and shake, he won't do them at the same time. Am I understanding it correctly? Yes, that's the idea, Your Honor. I wonder if the judge has a dog. Great, now we've made him piss himself laughing. He only does that for one cycle. Like, his animation doesn't repeat like most others do. What a farce. So are you saying the witness somehow managed to produce an impossible scenario? Oh god. This case was, essentially the orca that you just saw a second ago was, at first was accused of murdering the owner of an aquarium, and then we got the orca to be found not guilty because there wasn't any evidence to say that she did do it, and then instead the orca's trainer has been the one that's been arrested on suspicion of murdering the owner. If the creature's own trainer couldn't do it, how could I? Videos, dude. Yes, it's a mystery, isn't it? And basically at the moment we're just trying to get to the bottom of it. Like, who actually did it, and essentially trying to get our client not guilty, or a not guilty verdict. Boss, you don't have to agree so cheerfully. The defense is claiming that Marlon Rhymes manipulated the orca. But if you cannot explain fully how this was done, your argument doesn't hold water. If you can't straighten out your own theory, would you like me to straighten you out? No, thank you. So Ola can't do 2 tricks at a time, but Mr. Plume saw her do it. This logical inconsistency means there's a flaw somewhere. Was Mr. Plume lying? Or is it not true that Ola can't do 2 tricks at a time? But Mr. Plume had no reason to lie about such a thing. If it really is impossible for Ola to perform 2 tricks at once, then maybe either the lifesaver trick or the singing trick was faked? Faked? Yes, maybe Ola only performed one of the tricks, but it was made to look like she performed 2.
Silence.
Maybe. How do you expect to conduct a sword battle with conjecture? Sounds like I'd better present some evidence here, and fast. Although I am concerned about your profuse sweating, Mr. Wright, allow me to ask you. Which of these 2 was faked, the lifesaver trick or the singing trick? Ooh. The song. Yeah, it must have been. Because the song for Mr. Plume is not the song that we know. Yeah, she knows it's a different song entirely. The defense wishes to argue that the singing trick was faked. And on what grounds do you base your assertion that the singing trick was faked? This. This is a recording of a recent Swashbuckler Spectacular. In this recording, Ola sings the same song she sang for Miss Faye earlier. But Mr. Plume said this song is different from the one sang a year ago. The song is different? Please listen to the song in the video from a year ago, sent to the cell phone. Huh? Ah, there we go. That's the one that Mr. Plume's heard. Yes, it sounds quite different from the song Ola sang for Miss Faye earlier. And yet this is the same video Miss Faye used to issue the command to Ola to sing. By having Mr. Plume listen to the song recorded in the cell phone video, the true culprit made Mr. Plume think Ola was singing the song from a year ago. Only Marlon Rhymes, the owner of the cell phone videos, could have done this.
Silence.
But Mr. Plume said she heard the orca singing right in front of her. How do you claim he made her think that? How was the song recording played? I intend to explain that too, of course. What? The answer lies somewhere in the orca pool visitor's corridor. Marlon Rhymes played the song recording by using this. Oh, the speakers. Yeah. Mr. Plume heard the song while she was in the orca pool visiting visitor's corridor. There's a speaker in that corridor, so that visitor can hear the orca's sounds. And you claim the song was played from that speaker? How? Here's how Rhymes played the song over the speaker in the visitor's corridor. Walkie-talkie! Yeah, issues to all aquarium staff for communication. There you go. Can apparently also be used to broadcast inside the aquarium. Boom. Mr. Rhymes could broadcast the song in the video to the speaker by using a walkie-talkie. And he could get Orla to do a trick by letting her hear Miss Summers' whistle signal too. He played the singing through the speaker and he made Orla do the lifesaver trick. All of this was the doing of the true culprit, Marlon Rhymes. Oh! Damn. That was a large hit. This is what you did, isn't it, Mr. Rhymes? Is he gonna start bleeding? Yep. That looks so weird. You did it. Now we can save both Sasha and Orla. Just leave it to Captain Wright's swashbuckling lawyers to win any case. I don't remember agreeing to that name. So it actually was possible for Mr. Rhymes to manipulate the orca. I'm stunned. I see we will need to hear more from this witness. Mr. Rhymes, the time has come for you to tell the court the truth. Oh yeah. Hold it. That's not a good sign. Oh god. So I used a walkie-talkie, you say? Sorry, but you're dead wrong, Rebucco. It'd be impossible, says I. What do you mean, impossible? I shall sing ye a little shanty dissing your scurvy theory. Hark ye well now. I'll read this when it comes to testimony. I won't be able to read this otherwise. Oh man, look at him go! The dissing of Phoenix Wright. Mr. Lawyer's freestyle got no appeal. Oh my god. Yo, you so cray-cray. Man, what a rap that was. Oh, so just gonna sit the flip-flop. Yep. Here we go again with that flip-flop music. Broken? Of all the flimsy excuses. Bilge sucking. That was uncalled for. You probably broke it on purpose after the fact. That being true, little lassie. Although, I can't prove when it really was. Lucky be it for me, ye lawyers be the ones who have the proving to do. Grand. After everything we've uncovered, he still won't admit it. Somehow I have to prove that he still could have done it. Like he's got... God, he's got such... He's so expressive. Look at these animations. Yeah, so what does he say? Yeah, look, it's weird without hearing his, like, theme song. So, your walkie-talkie be broke for real, Mr. Lawyer's freestyle got no appeal. Yeah, let's just press. Why not? Mr. Rhymes, are you sure it was your walkie-talkie that was broken? Of course I'd be sure, although it doesn't have me name written on it or anything. But you can't prove it be not me walkie-talkie now, can ye? I'll never save Sasha this way. I have to figure out how he got a command to Orla. If Rhymes couldn't get a command to the orca, your theory crumbles. Everything you've done will all go up in smoke. I be not on the prosecution side neither, mind ye. The defendant be innocent, says I. But either way, me walkie-talkie was broken, and that be the truth. Right. Broke before the plume on the scene. Broke before Wright could ever dream. God, he really is dissing us hard. Sheesh. So do you have some way of proving that statement?
Silence.
Oh. The burden of proof is on you. If you can't do that, then we can end this cross-examination right now. Oh god, more. I didn't realise I was gonna rap more. Proof that it broke, bro you a joke, lag even a second and you gone choke. Right wanna press on every word. Nope, judge gone judge undeterred. No idea what that means. You gone front, then bring the pain, or stop and walk away in shame. My god. Ooh, he makes me so mad. We gotta come up with our own freestyle, boss. Let's get him back with evidence instead, shall we? No singing. Witness, please continue your testimony about the walkie-talkie. With less of the flip-flop. Legit goofed during cleaning time but bilge-sucking lawyer spitting lies. Damn. I'm just gonna press everything. Why not? You made a big blunder. What happened? After I helped Sasha with the cleaning, I dropped it by accident and broke it. You wish to see it? I still have it with me. It does indeed appear to be broken. With my walkie-talkie broken, there'd be no way I could have done what you said. I couldn't have given the Orca any commands. Ugh. Oh, your walkie-talkie broke. Isn't that just so convenient? Mr. Rhymes, I think you broke it on purpose. Miss Lawyer, none of your false accusations, if you please. I broke it on purpose. Where be your proof? I don't have any proof. If his walkie-talkie was broken, it throws a monkey wrench into my whole theory. When he let Pearls borrow his cell phone so casually yesterday, he must have already been confident I wouldn't be able to prove anything. You'll never get me to agree that poxed Orca be innocent. If something be not done about her, she'll get Sasha one day too. The Orca killed the captain, it weren't me. So you intend to continue to claim that the defendant is innocent, do you? Well, I won't stand for that. Now then, right Dono, what's your next move? Your Honor, I would like to examine that walkie-talkie if you don't mind. Certainly. Here you are. Let's see if there is any way to tell when the walkie-talkie was broken. If you gave all of that command, then it couldn't have been broken at that time. Oh, we're doing this. Oh, really? Slide the screen to rotate the evidence. Tap again if you notice anything of interest. You can also zoom in and zoom out to get a better look. How do I zoom in? Let's check every last inch of it. I hope I don't have to do the pinch. I can't do a pinch maneuver. Ta-da! There it is. I figured it would be. This is Shipley's. That's Shipley's walkie-talkie. More to the point, it's Azura's. Huh, look at these. They look like tooth marks. Hey, you're right. A bite this big. I wonder if it was Ola. Wait. A walkie-talkie? With tooth marks? Didn't we hear a story like that just yesterday? It was the walkie-talkie Azura used right up until her death. And there it is. In the middle of the show, the Orca brought Azura up to the surface in her mouth. She left tooth marks in Azura's walkie-talkie. The captain said he always kept that walkie-talkie with him so we'd never forget. Rhyme said his walkie-talkie was his, or this walkie-talkie was his, but could it be? Not odd about it, don't you agree? Time to give it up, Mr. Lawyer. Forget the Orca, just save Sasha, says I. I can't do that. Now that I'm finally a lawyer again, how could I hold my head up if I made my client so miserable? The stubborn one, you be. Right. So, if that's the case, he mentions when it was broken. Oh god. Right, so that's the case. It doesn't even tell you about that. Does this mention that Shipley had Azura's walkie-talkie? Oh, is it more the I mean, he has the thing for the walkie-talkie. Unless, was it not? Maybe it wasn't broken from the tooth marks? It can't have been if Shipley was using it. Maybe it may have broken when he fell? That's my only idea. In which case it would be this. God, look at him going crazy in the background. Objection! He's still going crazy. The walkie-talkie that the witness brought with him to court today is not his. May have been stolen from the victim, Mr. Jack Shipley. Our aquarium may look like a band of pirates, but thievery... According to the defendant's statement, Mr. Shipley talked to her on his walkie-talkie before his death. However, no walkie-talkie was found near the victim's body. Methinks the police just didn't look hard enough. Besides, the captain's walkie-talkie wasn't broken. Be that not right? So his walkie-talkie had naught to do with mine. Yeah, but his also is the only walkie-talkie that had teeth marks in it. Because it was a Zorus. I'm not so sure that's true. The victim fell to his death. It's quite possible his walkie-talkie broke in the fall. You stole the walkie-talkie after the victim's death, didn't you, Mr. Rhymes?
Silence.
I will not allow such leading questions, right, Dono? If you claim the walkie-talkie belonged to the victim, show me your evidence. Certainly, I plan on doing just that. Please look at these tooth marks here on the walkie-talkie. Tooth marks? Ah yes, I see them. The victim's walkie-talkie was a keepsake that used to belong to Azora Summers, who died a year ago. These tooth marks were left by Orla when she carried Miss Summers in her mouth. If this is Mr. Shipley's walkie-talkie, then Mr. Rhymes' walkie-talkie is still unaccounted for, which means he could have used it to command the Orca after all. And that's not all, Your Honor. The only one who could have taken the victim's walkie-talkie is the culprit himself. The fact that Marlon Rhymes had the victim's walkie-talkie is proof that he murdered Jack Shipley. Ooh. Sink me. Wait. Did we do it? Oh, never mind. Not so fast, Mr. Liar. What? He still won't admit it? This walkie-talkie be mine, says I. Then how do you explain the tooth marks on it? I've had many the run-in with that orca myself. She bit me more than once, and me walkie-talkie too. Evidence of our fights are carved here into me body. My goodness, I can clearly see the tooth marks scar your skin. Not scars in your skin. What? Are those really scars from being bitten by Orla? Ah, Christ. You want answers? I got some, mate. These scars from Orla? That's right. Dem girl can put up a nasty fight. The orca bit me and left me scarred. Had a rep to protect, so I went in hard, so Mr. Lawyer, I win, just being frank, and Orla, you get the plank. Okay. I can't let him run this show. We have to find a way to prove the walkie-talkie belonged to the victim. And you can forget about fingerprints. I always keep my walkie